This is one of those viral arm wrestling videos that probably the arm wrestling community is not going to enjoy that much. 8 times female arm wrestling world champion loses to a guy who just goes to the gym. Female world arm wrestling champion arm wrestles a guy and regrets it. So what exactly happened there? Sarah Backman, who as we already know is 8 times female world arm wrestling champion, that title gets crazy views. That's why everyone uses that, and probably I'm going to use it as well. So Sarah is arm wrestling this guy and he doesn't seem to be insanely jacked. Yes, he looks like a little bit heavier than Sarah, but he's not a massive human being that cannot be dealt with on the arm wrestling table. So what exactly is Sarah's weakness or mistake here? She's arm wrestling him and she's on the good side. First of all, she is on the good side of the table. And anyone who has ever arm wrestled on a bench, which I believe 99% of you have, we all know that there is a good side and there is a bad side on the table. So Sarah is on the good side of that bench. But she lets him start with a little bit, just a little bit of cup. And when you're a top roller, Swedish female top role model, Sarah Backman, it is going to be a bad day for her. So he gets her in a hook and it is one-sided traffic from there on. And man, that man hits like crazy to the side. He's really good. Maybe he has arm wrestled in the past. He's just not letting people know. Obviously, Sarah didn't like it because there were cameras that were on. So she asked him to arm wrestle once again. And she regrets it once again. This time, with a better start, she is able to drag him back, crack his wrist open just a little bit to a flat or a slightly backwards position, but then his fingers never opened. He curls his wrist back, drags her back, and once again with side pressure hits, beats her once again. This was a long, good match. I would say it was one of the interesting rounds. I'm not sure if it is fair to say that this is not presenting a good image for the arm wrestling community because it was male versus female. If a male world champion arm wrestler was losing randomly to guys in bars over benches, then it would have projected a really bad image of the sport. Not so much here, because if you remember when Devon and Shaq were on ESPN, Ian Carnegie was kind of casually arm wrestling Shaq and he lost. Devon was legit mad. Maybe you will need some earphones to listen to Devon, but he was legit mad on Ian Carnegie. Like, how can you lose like that? Because it does not project a good image for arm wrestling. So the thing that you should do is what Irina Gladkaya or what Gabriela Vasconcelos does. Double triple cap the thumb, cheat as much as you can. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. This is what you should do. You are a female and you're going up against a male arm wrestler. Not an arm wrestler, but a strong male guy. This is something that you have to do. Because the other guy is helpless. He cannot complain. What if he says, I want a fair setup? People are going to tell him, why? She's a female, you're a male, and you're looking bigger than her. Why would you ask for that? Why are you crying? So that's the advantage that I believe that female arm wrestlers should definitely take. You can see Irina Gladkaya beating dudes all day long, and she's arm wrestling them just by the fingers. That's the kind of grip she gets. I don't even arm wrestle. The biggest manual labor that I have done ever in my life with my hands is type some messages on my phone. And I think I can beat Irina Gladkaya if she starts fair against me. So that is not something that you should do. There is always going to be a hand that you cannot top roll. If you're a female arm wrestler and you want to top roll someone, what if that guy is like a mini Khaled Jashel, a 70 kilos mechanic whose hand cannot be opened by a female arm wrestler? Then you're in big trouble. So I have some advice, a checklist for arm wrestlers. I think for both male and female arm wrestlers, if you want to be in such a situation where you have to arm wrestle someone in a bar, on a table, on a bench somewhere. First of all, avoid this situation. You are a professional. Ask them or tell them that you want to arm wrestle on the table. If it is not possible, arm wrestle while standing up. If you're a top roller, you're doing no justice to yourself by sitting down and arm wrestling. Sit down arm wrestling is terribly difficult for top rollers. There is not enough space to go back. There is not enough space to use your body weight by dropping your body and utilizing that extra power. If you are built like a tank, you're wide, whether you're a male or a female. If you're built like Gabriela Vasconcelos, then sit down arm wrestling may be a good option for you. If you're built like Curtis Cameron, good option for you. But if you're a top roller, lean, fit, Do not go for sit down arm wrestling ever in your life. Unless your ace move is a press, then you can utilize that. Choose the good side of the table. If one guy has to pin you on the table, then he's on the bad side. If the pinning side, your pinning side is open, it means you are on the good side, which Sarah also did, but the other guy was stronger. Because despite being in a good situation, good position, she lost. The third point is cheat as much as you can. As we already discussed, climb high, climb high. That is a man against you. You're a female, he cannot complain. If you're a man, that trick is not going to work. You need to start fair. You need to start fair. You're in that situation, even if you're a 70 kg national level male arm wrestler, do not arm wrestle guys who are 100 kilos or above or have a strong hand. The best option in that case, if you are standing up, is a top roll. And if some guy with a strong hand shows up, then you're messed up. Have ready goes. Do not start slow. That is one of the biggest mistakes. Anyone who is not experienced is 100% of the times, I'm telling you, anyone who is not an arm wrestler always waits for the other person to hit, then he tries to catch. So in a slow pull, you're just neglecting that advantage that you could have taken. Whenever you are arm wrestling guys like that, always have a ready go. You hit first, the other guy, no matter how fast he is, he can be the most explosive, quick reaction guy. He is still going to react after you just because it is in the mindset to catch, not to hit. And if you're a female arm wrestler, fifth point, if you cannot do any of these points, do not arm wrestle a man. Or turn the cameras off or whatever you want to do. But this is kind of a weird situation. This video has like 400,000 views on YouTube. I couldn't find it anywhere on YouTube, but this guy is reacting to that video. So it must have gone viral somewhere else. I have not seen it on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, but it is safe to assume that it could have gotten millions of views. I don't know how old of a video that is, but I think it got viral somewhere else as well. And another news on Sarah Backman. She recently posted this on her Instagram. You remember she injured her right shoulder arm wrestling Gabriela Vasconcelos in 2019 WL. She had to undergo surgery. This time it is on the left arm. Unfortunate. So had surgery done Friday for my left arm. Subscapularis and bicep tendon repair. The exact same surgery I had 3 years ago on my right arm. Unreal, but here we go again. It had to be done if I ever wanted to arm wrestle with it again. This is an injury that happened a year ago in training. Shoulder surgeries are something that people always say no. Most of the times they regret after having it. It was not the case with Sarah Backman when she had it on her right shoulder. She is fine now. But I wonder who are the doctors telling that you cannot arm wrestle without surgery. So this is an injury that happened a year ago in training, but I don't know exactly when and how. A year ago, not this recent injury. So that guy with his side pressure does not injure Sarah. Or maybe that is an old video. Maybe he did injure her. Just kidding. Okay, we'll try to stay as active as I can. Train my right arm, cardio and legs last time. Get ready for events later this year. But first, take a whole week completely off. If you could send some positive vibes my way, that would be much appreciated. So that's the story. Please tell me what are your thoughts about it. It was an interesting video to make. Maybe I'm going to get some hate on this. Maybe I cannot beat Irina Gladkaya as I said earlier. So thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe and bye.